Hello. Hello there. Please allow myself at this time, in this particular proximity, to introduce myself to you currently on this day. My name is Vincenzo Linguini Squinchilly, and I have quite a little treat for you today. We got some new stuff, and we got a little special surprise that, let's just say, a little droidling brought to me and said that it was very much appreciated by the our competitor's most recent nightmare of a video, which has not, from what I understand, done too well in the volumetrics of the YouTube algorithmic processes. So that's why, because today your buddy Vincenzo Squinchilly is here to talk to you. We're having a face-to-face talk here. Capiche? I need some serious engagement on this video, or I'm gonna go ballistic. Now, I'm not gonna elaborate on what I might do. It might be something like, I'll do a wheelie through the parking lot on a motorcycle. Maybe I'll blow out a donut and maybe I will give catnip to the Hemi cat. Whoa. Believe me, you don't want to see that. And that cat is crazy. She got crazy eyes. She got a cute, little, adorable teddy bear face. But she's crazy. Now, I know you people are here to get your ASMR, and I'm gonna give that to you. But you're gonna give to me likes, subscriptions, up thumbs. I need engagement. The professor's really leaning on me. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not physically leaning on me. I mean, it's a figure of speech, just. So, what I got here, as you can most obviously see, is a globe. You see that? And within this globe lives two little boys. Too cute. It's clean. Just clean the damn thing off. What's going on here? You guys do something. And there's two boys. And what I'd like to do, just kind of, sometimes I like to get an object, just a random object. I'm like, oh, look at that thing over there. That thing looks interesting to me at this time. It seems to have some sort of ASMR potential. So I take such thing and I wake it. Maybe that's what I'll name that video. Hey, Vinny's gonna wake it. We'll see what I gotta do to entice the masses to check things out here. You see, I took a pad of paper the other day, and I took a pen, and I was doing a little bit of figuring, a little calculation, a little trigonometry, a little physiology, a little psychology, and I added them all up together. And what I got was the answer to getting people to pay attention to what I'm trying to say to them at the fed you an entire leg of lamb. What more could you want from me at this time? Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to excuse that cat to you on her behalf for being so psychotic. You see, she wants to be in every single video. She's a very controlling beast. However, I have to get back to what I was saying. It was very important before I was interrupted by Crazy Cat. No. And then what I came to was I gotta do things from within the bowels of my... There's no way of saying that without sounding weird. Within deep within me, okay? From my heart to you today. Right here in this, see this? That's a camera. This is me. And this space right here is where we create all the magic, baby. You hear that? Close your eyes. That is pure magic. So I did some calculating, some figuring on the computer. I went on the interwebs with my PC computer and I did some figuring and I figured out I gotta walk around the house and literally close my eyes, and the first thing I touch I will make into an ASMR video. And that's what you have before you today. Now, what I often get sucked into is I look at an object, not at face value, but deeper. So we're going to do that right now. Me and you, we're going to go deep inside this globe. And we're going to look at these two voids. So I figure, I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, can this make good sounds? And I'm like, oh yeah. That makes beautiful sounds. But then when I went like this, I was like, if those voids could talk, what do you think they'd be saying right now? And I thought, first thing I thought to myself was, like, this bird would be like, hey, Tony, what's going on with this weather? It was just beautiful outside. And Tony's like, hey, Frank, what do I look like, a weatherman? I'm a Boyd, right? And then Frank's like, Tony, I got another question for you. And Tony's like, hey, Frank, what is your problem today? And Tony's like, dude, you don't wonder what that big bubble above our heads is? That doesn't make you a little bit curious. And Tony's like, Frank's like, yeah, I guess so. And that's what this is, Frank, right here. Tony, he's looking up and he's like, what the hell is that thing? And then, Tony over here is like, Frank, I didn't listen, their names aren't important, they're voids. I'm just assigning names for prosperity, okay? So he's like, hey, dude, like, what's going on? And what the hell is that big human being with that masculine, handsome face doing next to us? Shaking us so violently like this. And that's when Frank's like, yeah, I think something's going on here. I don't know what the hell's going on. The whole world is upside down right now. You know what I mean, Tony? Hey. So then I figured Frank probably said to Tony, hey, what do you say we fly over to Luigi's Pizza and pick some of that delicious crust out of the trash they always put outside? And Tony's like, hey, Frank, that's why we're best friends. That's why we're that saying comes from, you know. Two dudes like this, hanging out on a branch, in the middle of a violent blizzard. You see what I'm saying? Look at them. Look at Frank, he's like, hey. And Tony's like, what's going on? He's still looking up at the bubble up there. He's like, what the hell is that bubble right there? I never even noticed that. And this guy's shaking us around. Okay, anyways. That's what happens to me when I look at simple things like this. My brain has like a different way of looking at things, you know what I mean? And then as they fly off, Frank is like, hey, Tony. And Tony's like, yeah, dude, what's up? He's like, you gotta admit, that guy had a relaxing voice. And Tony's like, yeah, I gotta agree with you. Both of them are like, wait a minute, it's snowing out like crazy and it's not even cold. What the hell's happening? This is global warming, it's gotta be. And then Frank's like, don't start with that, Tony. Don't start with all your talk now. Okay, so, enough about Frank and Tony. Say goodbye, Frank and Tony. Bring them back. Popular demand. Okay, now, I heard recently through, speaking of birds, a little birdie told me, landed on my shoulder and said, hey, I almost said Tony, hey, Vinny, Vincenzo, and I said, hey, what's up, spy? And they're like, hey, will you please don't call me that? Don't call me that in front of the single joints in the hotel. I'm like, don't worry about it. Nobody would betray Vincenzo Linguini. Squinch. And they said to me, yeah, you know the professor's crazy brother? And I'm like, yeah, I know, dude. They said he did a video recently using a little irrigation syringe, and the audience seemed to love it. And I said, is that so? I said, could you possibly get your sticky little fingers on this device and bring it to me? And this particular individual said to me, hey, Vinny, I'd do anything for you. We're like brothers. And I was like, well, take it easy there, pal. You are a robot. So, I mean, you know. But yeah, we're like brothers in spirit and meaning, I guess, right? Anyways, you guys like the old bubbly from what I heard. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna slowly fade my big mouth off into the background and let the sounds do the talking. I might throw in a little bit of a something like that, but let's start playing games, shall we? Let's do what we gotta do. Here we go. So we got a vial of juicy liquid here. Seems like nothing important really until you do this. And you're like, hey, Vinny, that's no big deal. Oh yeah, what about this? Yeah. What do you think, I'm a one-trick pony? You are digging that. I know you are. And I do not blame you at this time. Tolerance to the ASMR. Take this. Oh yeah, I can switch it around. I can switch it around big time. Ready? Here we go. Hold on to your pants skirts. Hold on to your dress pants, pants quotes. I'll do it again just to be sure you heard it. I'm getting pretty good at that. Do that again. You ready? You ready? We'll do the pause and then sound. That's very, very effective. You ready? So you're waiting, and you're gonna wait patiently. Here we go. When's it gonna stop? Silence. Okay. That is something else. I believe Phantasm ASMR is quite spasmodic with the old syringe sound. The dude's got some really spazzy things. You should call it spasmodic ASMR instead of Phantasm. But hey, who am I to judge, right? Okay, here we go. We call this the grand finale of the video. escape your mind and just have a restful, relaxing, peaceful sleep. Dream about the two boys, Frank and Tony. Think about them sleeping in their little Boyd house with all the baby Boyds gathered around, all snuggled up and sleepy on a rainy night in a nice, comfortable, dry nest. And right before they fall asleep, Tony's like, "Hey Frank, and Frank is like, yeah, Tony, what's up?" And then, he's like, "I just want to tell you before we fall asleep, you're my best friend in the whole wide world." And then, Frank was like, "Hey, Tony, don't go get all sentimental on me like that." And then all the little baby boys started laughing and giggling, and they all fell asleep. Deep in